Hey there, YouTube friends, Bandit here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I always do appreciate it. Welcome back to Summerdale. Oh man, that first part was already gone. I was going to talk about how I added the concrete pad underneath the launch of the Impulse coaster, as was suggested in the last video, but we're already moving on. No time. Plow ahead. Today's episode is called Coaster Crazy because I'm going coaster crazy. After I released my 10K RMC video, hopefully you've all had a chance to watch that. If you haven't, please check it out. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's my little thanks to all of you subscribers out there. I've been on a coaster surge. I made the mock coaster for Missouri, and then I made the RMC, and now here we are, working on a B&M inverted coaster. And I know, that might not fit. That might not work very well for this park. Some of you may be saying, well, it does. It fits. Like, it actually fits. So we're going to roll with it. I've kind of made the conscious decision that, like, I'm going to stray a little bit from the whole... It's hard to, like, describe. Like, I'm going to be realistic with my design choices and stuff. But yeah, let's be honest, a park of this size probably would not have all of these coasters, or I want to include at least one more coaster in there. I mean, I understand that stuff, that budget-wise, that might not make sense for a park this size, but frankly, I don't care. I want to do it anyway, so we're going to do it. And I want to get at least one more coaster in here. I am, however, considering removing the Boomerang coaster. I'm not sure about it. What do you think? Story-wise and budget-wise, it makes a ton of sense. But I think I want to try some more interesting coaster designs. I've really enjoyed having a very small area to work with here. You'll notice I'm using you're going to get the whole time lapse of me building the coaster here. A lot of people have asked me for that, and so like with the mock coaster. So here you go. Here is me building a coaster. It's a slow and tedious process, and actually this one came together fairly quickly. I was really surprised. You're going to see a lot of experimentation until I finally settle on something. I try to go too far away. Like I try to sidle up to the wooden coaster here, Purple People Eater, and that doesn't go anywhere. I have to drag it back. And I decided to keep it very compact. I wanted it to feel small. I don't even know if this is 100 feet tall. I don't think it is. I think it's a much smaller, earlier generation. It's got the pre-drop. However, my pre-drop ended up a little bit extra smooth. But in order to fix it, it would require some major tweaks to the rest of the layout. So we're not going to do that. We're going to just go with it, roll with it, and make it work. And hopefully you're cool with that. And if you're not, then that's the breaks, I guess. You're just going to have to live with it, I suppose. So, but yeah, I turned the friction down, I think, to 0.8. Just so I could make sure I had enough steam to get through everything I needed to get through for this coaster. And I think it goes pretty well through the inversions. The inversions are all fairly smooth. I'm using 6 meter track segments instead of 4. I prefer to use 6 meter. It's just, I can do more. The track limitation, like the track is more malleable with 6 meters as opposed to 4. So I like that. And for a compact coaster like this, that worked significantly better, I think. So the only thing that's kind of weird is we have double Immelmans on this coaster. We have 2 Immelmans, but I think that's what fits the best for the layout, and so I rolled with it, and in the end I think it's cool, and I think it kind of makes it unique. It does manage to squeeze 5 inversions in the entire thing. And you'll also notice with the loop and the corkscrews, I've went ahead and I have used the in-game pieces because I do not want to meddle with custom loops and custom corkscrews, and I know that the coaster would probably be smoother with them. But that is not a headache that I wanted to endure at this point. So I didn't. It was hard enough with a coaster this complex that I needed to support it. So there is no time lapse of me supporting, because that's even more tedious than watching me build. I am taking your feedback. It was interesting. I posted that poll on my YouTube page about what would you rather see? How would you feel about time lapses going away? And about 40% of the people were like, no, keep the time lapses. Which means 60% were like, yeah, cool, it doesn't matter to me. But the comments were much more pro time lapse. So, I don't know, It's not that much more work to make the time lapses. The hard part here is this right here, the talking over them. Because there are some times where I'm just like, I don't even know what to talk about. But if we do shorter time lapses or less time lapses, don't worry. I'm always going to go over the process of what I did in real time, and I can show you. And maybe if we do more real time, I can do more showing you how I do things in real time. Like I can go into the coaster editor and show you, look, these are all, here's how I smooth, or I'll leave a segment unsmoothed and we'll go over it in a real-time portion. Those are kind of the things that I would like to see from a real time, as opposed to, look what I did, here's what I did, here's what I did. Maybe just have a bit of the process of what I did. I think that would be good. So still toying with the idea, but for today you're going to get yourself about a 9-minute time lapse, and then we'll do a real-time portion again, because I do like these real-time portions. And I mentioned it on a live stream. Here's a little tidbit for you. Partially the reason I really like part of the reason that I enjoy the real-time portion is more people stick around and watch more of the video, which is I like better. And it's not even from a monetary anything like that. It's just knowing that more people are watching more of the video I'm posting makes it feel even more worth it to me. So that's why I asked that question, because I realized the videos at real time, people are watching a lot more of those videos. So yeah. In addition to this coaster, we dress it up quite a bit. And again, I have a very small section of details. A lot of it was fencing, and everyone knows how to lay fences. You don't need to see me lay fences. So I'll show you what it looks like, though, in real time. And I will also show you everything that we've done in the time-lapse in real time. I went ahead and I threw in a Ferris wheel, and that's coming up in just a second, because we have the coaster layout complete. I did not include the smoothing portion of the coaster build. I did raise the whole thing, though. You might have noticed it clipped through the ground there. I raised the whole coaster, so none of it clips through the ground. And I think that actually helped a lot with the realism, because I didn't want to dig a whole bunch of trenches. I didn't think that would be the best option. So I was a little like, I don't know what to do here at this entrance area, because this is another entrance, remember? So I threw in a Ferris wheel right there. You go. There's your Ferris wheel. Oh, and there's my NAD pod. I'm listening to NAD pod. So there's a Ferris wheel for you. And I think it does a really nice job of framing this entrance area. And then here's those Theme Maker Toolkit corrugated roofs that Kinderly graciously recommended, and they are fantastic, and I'm using them all over the place. And so this was originally going to be like a storefront, but now it's turned into like a cover for the Ferris wheel, and I think I may still try to incorporate a bit of gift shoppiness in there. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, this was the hard part with this is there's nothing on the grid. This is all free-form pieces, so everything's a little bit slower with it because you have to be a lot more precise because you don't have a grid to snap to. And so with that, it takes a little bit longer to get anything done. But with all that being said, we are actually going to go ahead and jump into the real-time portion, and I'll show you this along with the changes I've made in greater detail along with that coaster. So sit right there, and we'll be right back. So welcome to Summerdale real-time portion. We are just outside the newer entrance here. You can see I've got some, what are those, metal detectors. Those are off the workshop as well. I'll try to remember to put those in the collection in the link in the description so you can easily find them if you're following the series. But I really think that this Ferris wheel does a great job of, just making this entrance pop. And you'll also get, here it should be coming any second now. No, I guess not. All right. And you get the nice view of the loop and the implement on the coaster. And I think it's really, really nice. Oh, here it goes. There it goes. Here we go. So, woo! Look at that. I think that's really, I'm really happy with how this turns out. I think it's a nice look. I think it looks really, really cool. So let's head on in and I'll show you what I've been up to. So here we go. Boop. So you can see here's this cover. It's still quite tall. In fact, just had an idea. I could put a little arcade area under here. All right, I might do that. Maybe. What are your thoughts? What should go in here? I could almost make it a stage, but that wouldn't make any sense with the ride being there. Oh no, I don't think I could make it an actual anything function. I can't make it anything functional because the ride pad itself is like right here. But I can do something. What do you think? What should go there? I don't know. Here comes the coaster again. Oh, let's watch it go. Woo! I did some stuff here to kind of dress it all up. You can see the direction it's headed. Let me switch the time of day here because I am not digging this time of day. Let's see. What is 12:30 in the afternoon? What about 11 in the morning? That's all terrible. We'll stick with 11 in the morning. That seems to be the best so far. So you can see here, we're kind of snug here. This is all going to be built up into something cool. I don't know what kind of style we're going to go with for the whip and the bumper cars, but we'll do something cool. You can see my graveyard of rides over there. I'm not sure how many we're going to get in. But yeah, I'm liking how this little entrance area is coming. I want a building over here to be I want like another info building or guest service building here. We need another restroom. We're going to slap another restroom over here. Maybe we'll slap a restroom over here. Somewhere we're going to have a restroom. We're going to have an info. We're going to decorate all this. It's still heavily work in progress. But let's go ahead and take a gander at what we've got with the coaster. No station yet. Been just seeing how can I make this look generic but still not look terrible. So here we go. We'll zoom in. Oh, hopefully you are kind of getting the vision here. The super generic, just you got the covers everywhere because the track is crisscrossing all over the place. So yeah, I know it stalls there. You're just going to have to deal with it till we open it with people on it. So, but yeah, like you're walking. Oh, I have to put some covers here. My goal is to make all the areas the coaster flies over be covered so no one can get upset. Like this right here is that's a little nuts. Like it gets close. The clearance is fine. Like if you look, oh yeah, that's not bad at all. The clearance is fine. It's just, it feels like you're going to get slapped by the coaster as it flies overhead. So, yeah, I'm pumped with how this is looking. The most recent stuff that I worked on today was this. I actually stole this. This is more curb seating. I actually stole it from in front of the ballroom, but you can see I'm framing up this whole first chunk of the coaster because this is the only part that makes any sense before it goes into that mess over there. So yeah, you can see it's this nice little like centerpiece for this area of the park, which I'm down with. So let's walk the queue and you can see how claustrophobic it's going to be. I'm going to put my entrance right in this area here. Obviously, don't know quite what the name's going to be, but I do want it to be super generic. Something like something even like as dumb as like zoom or like speed or something just pretty lame. You could see that second emblem there as it dives in through the queue. So no, don't come in. Too bad, we're going to come in. So we're going to walk, and this kind of reminds me of Peregrine's Queue from No Name Landia with this whole like kind of claustrophobic thing going on. There goes a bird through the, pay no attention to that bird. But yeah, it's pretty tense. Got to do some more simple fencing in here. It's just a pad right now, but there's some cattle penning right in here. But I really wanted you to just, oh my God, there's coaster everywhere. You know, I want it to really feel that way. And hopefully that's coming across here. So here we'll traverse this way as it swoops through here. It'll come right over us over this corkscrew here. So that'll be kind of cool. We'll wait for it. Let's check it out. It's just this hot mess of track. I'm kind of proud. I'm proud of how it turned out. So hopefully you think it's pretty. Ooh, into a corkscrew, into this turnaround. Like it's everywhere. Into another corkscrew. I'm very happy with how this is. Yeah, so you can see just how crazy this is. There are some custom supports in here that I've done just to kind of, because there were some parts that, because it's so compact, there were parts that just did not get supports put in, so I had to do it myself. These little trees right here, those poplar trees, but like with coaster construction like this, most of these trees wouldn't be much taller than normal 6 foot, person size. So I really sunk those in deep, and I think that really does add a lot. Like there would be no tall trees, at least not in here. We've got a couple over here, just they're far enough away from the coaster where I don't think it makes it where it doesn't make a huge difference. But as we autosave, that's what's going on here. But yeah, here you get the view here. We're going to leave this totally green, this area here. Just the little grassy area where the coaster comes screaming through. I think that's pretty nifty. So let's hop out of the Tegid Cam and we're going to take a look at the overview of it now. So here's the coaster in all of its glory. You can see just how wacky, like the exit snakes all through the coaster area. Our queue here snakes all through the area. We're going to have a super simple station. I don't even know what it's going to be, but it's going to be super simple. It's going to be nothing fancy. Yeah, that's pretty much that. And you can see how this area is coming together. We've got this little area here is all going to be, we can add some stuff here. Can add some buildings of some kind here, something cool. We're going to add some stuff here. Maybe squeeze in we can squeeze in a few more rides. I do. I don't know where we're going to put it, but I do want to do another coaster somewhere. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm pondering. Let me show you. Getting rid of this guy. And let me show you what that will look like. So, look at how much more room that gives us. I'm undecided, so I want to know what your opinion are. You'll help me decide. I'm not gonna promise anything, but what do you think? Do you think that it looks better with the boomerang? The boomerang makes a lot of sense. I mean, it really does. I could move the whole thing this way a little bit, but I don't know if I want to. I wish I could, or do I move it this way and put a ride in there? Like, for example, here you're going to get some little brains. This is what I do. Like, when I'm not doing time-lapsing, this is all I'm doing. I'm just putzing around, figuring out where I want the stuff to go. Like, this here would make a lot of sense to me. But how far over do I have to move the coaster to get it there? Quite a bit. And the paths are in the way. So I'm not sure if that's even feasible. So if I move that there, that's how much room I got. All right, let's put that ride back. With the Coriolis, will that even fit over here? No. Yes. Oh, it will just fit. So there, that's something to think about too. But then now the problem becomes you're not gonna have any paths over there. But I mean, that's not a problem. We're gonna have a connection here. Come around this way. Got rides over. So see, these are the things I'm thinking about all the time. What are your thoughts? Like, do you like this? Like, does this make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? Does just removing the whole damn thing? Does that make sense to you? Like, because if that's gone and then you put the Coriolis there, you've got all this room to play with. We could put it here. And we can do like some crazy coaster here maybe. I don't know. Like, these are the things I'm thinking about all the time. I don't know. I really don't know. So we're going to put the boomerang back for now, I think. There we go. Yeah, just keep Control-Zing until something good happens. All right. So, one other thing in the comments, people said that this cover, you liked the trellis, but you thought up here might be better with a solid roof. Agree, and I will get to it. I just did not do it for this episode. That'll probably be something we do in the next episode. So, yeah, so that's what I want your feedback in the comments below. What do you think we should do with the boomerang? Stay, delete, scooch over. I kind of like the Coriolis there now that I put it there. These are the things I want to know. Yeah, but that's about it. That's probably going to do it. You can see how we're starting to kind of fill in. We've got fires burning all over the place, and we're going to have to clean all these up. So, but that's for another day and another episode. So I guess if there's nothing else, with that being said, have yourself a great day, great night, great whatever. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this episode. And leave some feedback below. Let me know. And with all that being said, I will see you very soon for the next episode of Summerdale. Take care, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. bird is stuck. What is that bird doing? It's sitting on air. All right, let's get in it.